Right, Monday, October the 14th, and I'm finally back in business. Having taken a brief sojourn for the busy summer holidays, or so I thought, I was actually grounded for 3 months by a kidney stone. Long story short, I haven't done much exercise for those 3 months because I couldn't, but hopefully now, as I say, back in business and building up my physical fitness. So today's walk, which is down in Norfolk, part of my rehab process, is a shorter one than normal, around 8 miles from this café, which is closed presently, car park here in Heacham. So I'm doing a country walking route today using a GPS or a GPX track, and walking a figure of 8 from here round to Ken Hill, which is featured in Spring Watch in the past. So it's a fairly mixed walk, a bit of coastal and a bit of woodland. It's about 2:30 now. Envisaging with my reduced faculties at the moment, around 3.5 hours walking. So let's get cracking. Should be done by 6. If I'm not, we're getting close to darkness at that point up here. So now on the Elizabeth Way, which goes all the way to Kings Lynn, Platinum Jubilee Trail, Snettisham 3.25, opposite a caravan park. Information panel here about the Elizabeth Way, which runs, as I say, from Heacham, where I am in northwest Norfolk, to Kings Lynn. Signs of the strategic importance of this area in the past, Kings Lynn being a port. Very much a chalet and caravan park area, which is what I'm staying in currently. Pulling mussels from a shell. Just passing Green Sluice, and we've got the very small River Heacham running alongside us. Can't complain about the weather really. It's a bit fresh, but better that than rain, which we had in some degree yesterday. There's Ken Hill yonder. More hen somewhere. First cattle sighting in a while. Obviously I've missed all the harvest. Last time I was out, the corn was just about to turn colour. Long since been cut and baled. So that's another summer gone, of which I wasn't party. 2024 has been a bit of a bad year for my walking all round really. What with the wet winter spring last winter and this spring, shocking. And it's not kicked off very well this year either. Water table's high. Recent rains we've had have made the ground very wet again, and it's only October, so it's not looking good for my fitness campaign, getting back in shape and filming. There's a red kite flying over there. It's only in recent times that they've got up this far, but they are apparently quite abundant now. So they've come all the way up the Chiltern Ridge, up the Peddars Way, and they're pretty commonplace in Norfolk, which is a good sign, I suppose. Certainly a lot of roadkill up this way, which you don't get down in the southeast as much. So there's plenty of food for them lying around, literally. And there is a sort of roadkill that you get a lot of up here. Muntjac. Now I popped in RSPB Titchwell yesterday, and there's lots of reed beds over there, and somebody pointed out a Setti's warbler, which I haven't knowingly seen before, but I've just heard one again down there. The route out is atop this storm wall. Another one there over on my right next to the coast. You can see the sun rays there peeping through the cloud. As you'd expect at this time of year, lots of geese around. I've heard mention of grey lag, pink-footed, and Canada. Certainly that was the case at Titchwell yesterday. I wouldn't think it's much different here, with RSPB Snettisham not too far away either at this point. There's a barn owl flying around over there. Lots of twitchers yesterday were looking for them. At this junction we will be coming back this way to Snettisham Circular Walk. For the moment though, we're continuing on ahead, but we will come back this way down these steps and over for a coastal view for the return journey. See, that one might be Chinese water deer. Don't think it's a muntjac. Saw those in Cambridgeshire a few months back, and he's got wind of me because obviously I'm up on high. Certainly the sort of territory they like, although whether they live in saline conditions I'm not sure. In fact, it might be this junction, not the previous one, because there is a path through there, look, that goes off to the coastal sea defence. Heacham, mile and 3/4 behind me. Now, one thing I'm noticing with this new camera for my first autumn walk with it is it's a bit dark, which is a bit perturbing. I'll have to see how it comes up when I edit it. But now our onward journey's left here across the marsh, where there are often cattle, if I recall, although as we saw earlier, they're on the other side of the marsh now. I have walked this path before and filmed it, I believe, but it was a bit windy that day and not the best of recordings, so hence I'm doing another version of it today. But I certainly don't recall these finger posts, which are very useful crossing this terrain. All those geese have got their eyes on me, like a group of meerkats. Gone quiet at the minute as well. A real cacophony of sound a minute ago. Should obviously call these way markers, not finger posts, but very helpful they are. I will be coming back this route, back to the seawall, so I won't film again this section, unless something catches my eye. Even on these farm tracks today, it's not too bad underfoot, and we had quite a lot of rain last night. So I previously recorded this. This is the old Hunstanton to Kings Lynn railway line. Our onward journey straight ahead through that gate. On my right is the southbound leg to Kings Lynn. Such a shame they've ripped that line up. So now the terrain changes as we enter Ken Hill, and unfortunately, just as I've hit this point, a couple with a dog have just taken the path that I need to take. Very annoying, because I was hoping to avoid people today. Just not possible. The dog, of course, will be disturbing any wildlife that's ahead of me. That's the unfortunate bit. So what I think I'll do is, rather than go up to Ken Hill, I'll take the right turn in here to Heacham and Ken Hill, whence they've just come, and hopefully that'll be a bit quieter. Because I've got the GPX track, I can do it either way. You can just see the wash out there on my right. We'll be next to that pretty soon. Something has been rooting around the side of this footpath, I notice. All along there's evidence of something looking for something. Almost like boar looking for truffles. Probably the monkjack, I would guess, looking for nuts. Decent paths in here at the moment, no problem. Information panel here about Heacham treasure, which is by all accounts in the British Museum. Google that if you wish to learn more. A very decent vista from this point as well, because they've opened it up a bit. The wash straight ahead there, and to my right. Glorious. So at this juncture we want to take a left, Ken Hill circular walk, not the Heacham circular walk ahead there. We're now in a protected area, it's fenced off, so maybe this is where the filming took place for the Spring Watch series, or Autumn Watch, can't remember which. Some interesting bracket fungi there, I do believe, although there could easily be hives looking at them. They're on a birch, a dead birch, so I'm assuming they're fungi. There's also something at the base as well that's definitely a bracket fungus. And at the very top, a woodpecker has utilised a dead tree. Although it could be something else, because it's a big hole. Certainly isn't a parakeet, thankfully. Don't think they've got this far north yet. Though I have heard them in Hertfordshire now, unfortunately. North Hertfordshire at that. So there you go, DNA protected property in there. Never come across that before. Sign of the times, I guess. Heacham Common on my right here, per the map. Lovely mixed woodland. Birch, Scots pine, beech. Lovely. So we now approach the busy A149, which is odd really, because this GPX track takes you across it briefly into Heacham and then back across it to get back into this woodland. So I might miss out the short visit to Heacham because, as far as I can tell, you're not visiting anything special. Good, so speaking with a local just now, he confirmed this, that we've got this permissive footpath now. So obviously since the GPX track was made, where you had to cross the A149, briefly visit Heacham and then come back again, you don't need to do that now. Just follow this track alongside the A149, which will bring us back on track for the ascent to Ken Hill. So you can see there, very busy A149. This is a far better option. Common sense has prevailed, unusually for this country. So as you can see, the Ken Hill circular walk does start the other side of the A149. Don't think the author of this walk's updated it, so you don't need to do that if you, no, unless you want to. Quarter of a mile to the village centre, Heacham. We're going through this gate now, left up to Ken Hill, on the path that I would have come down originally had it not been for the dog and small group ahead of me. Well, there you go. Stock have now been introduced to assist the rewilding project. So it wasn't quite wild boar. It wasn't far wrong though. Some kind of pig. So apart from the undergrowth, soil disturbance, very little evidence of rewilding going on. Here's the old trotters though. I'm on top of Wild Ken Hill now, 100 foot up, believe it or not, lofty heights. But that's why I picked this area this week. Not sure I'm ready for 600 to 1,000 foot at the moment. We'll get there though, hopefully. Here's another monkjack over there. Nothing else though, in the shape of pigs. A bench that used to have a view out to the wash. $123 foot at this point, apparently, per my altimeter. So back at the point I was at an hour or so ago, probably not that long actually, and henceforth back through this gate towards the wash and duplicationing. So not much filming now. Remnants of an old signal box or something over there on the old rail line. Well, bloody typical. There's that railway line again. The cattle were in the middle of the field, now they're all over here. Let's hope they follow the leader and go into the field. Otherwise I'm stuffed. that about 15 minutes lost there, waiting for them to move out the way, which ultimately they did. Let's crack on. So a parting shot of Ken Hill. Lovely setting sun behind me. Coming up 5 o'clock now. And over there in the distance is the Sandringham estate. Wolferton over this side, where Prince Philip used to live. Classic V shape of geese there. Squadron. Okay, now walking along the seawall. I'm Stanton there in the distance. Sunny Honey. Marsh on my right. Not sure what that is. Could be certainly immature. Might be a red shank. But as I say, come up along the seawall and you get a different kind of wildlife on the seashore. Can't go any further that way because of the sun. Wonderful. Somewhere over yonder is Lincolnshire, across this vast expanse of the Wash, and on the horizon, once again, one of those ruddy wind farms. They are a pain in the neck. Damage they do to wildlife, as I said before. Sonar. Shocking. And they're so short term. Give it 5 years, they'll be out of date. Now sandy seawall walking. Good on the joints towards the end of the walk. Lots of dead sea holly washed up along the path. Now on the fringes of Heacham. It's a shame I can't really capture the setting sun here. This is the best I can do. As we approach the finale now, a couple of 100 yards to go. Sunny Honey, living up to its name. An eastern seaside resort facing west. So 5:45, 2 hours 55, 7.5 miles. So bang on average pace that I used to do anyway. Just a question of whether I can maintain it over a longer distance now, and that remains to be seen. I will do a few more shorter walks before attempting that though, and hopefully one more up here on camera. That was a very decent walk, plenty of variety between coast and woodland, lots of wildlife milling around, although none in the preservation area, the rewilding area, unfortunately. Would have been nice to see some of those pigs and find out what breed they are. Anyway, one for the researchers, I suppose. Weather was wonderful, nice and chill. Lovely setting sun there a few minutes ago. Quite a few people around, mind you, for a Monday afternoon in mid-October. Even up here in deepest Norfolk. Anyway, till the next time, that's Country Walking Magazine's Heacham and Ken Hill figure of 8 completed.